put a smile on your face when you're moving from place to place. Good morning, good morning, morning, good morning, morning.
Viewers, welcome back this morning to the Tobago Updates Morning Show. I am super excited at this point because we're going to be talking about International Literacy Day 2023. And who better to chat with us than a very special guest who's joining us this morning on the show. And this is Goodnews Granny. Goodnews Granny is a member of our community. Granny is a retired teacher and she's here with us to discuss a very important topic which is being commemorated today. Good morning and welcome to Goodnews Granny.
Good morning, Miss Rhea. I am so happy to be here. Welcome, everybody. Hello, good morning.
Granny, you look super fine. I love the colors of your dress.
Oh, thank you.
Now, Granny, just tell our viewers this morning, just give us an idea of how old you really are. Because I know you've been around for some time, but how old are you really?
Well, in my 80s, I'm an octogenarian, you know.
Granny, you look really good for over 80.
Thank you. You look nice too, you know.
Oh,
Yes.
Granny. Thank you so much. You're really something. But Granny, let's get to the point here. Now,
Yes.
we're talking about International Literacy Day. And I want you to start this morning by giving our viewers an idea of what is the international community celebrating today. Tell us a little bit more about International Literacy Day.
So, once again, happy International Literacy Day to everybody. Yes, today we are celebrating Literacy Day, and the theme chosen is a mouthful, you know. I'll have to explain it.
Yes.
The theme is promoting literacy for a world in transition, building the foundation for sustainable and peaceful societies. Yes.
That is a lot.
Let me break that down,
Yes,
Miss Rhea.
please.
Simply meaning, now our world is changing rapidly. Look at COVID-19. Look at the different economic blocks that are forming and the change in the climate as well. And we are saying that if we want to be able to meet up with these changes or face the challenges that these represent, we need a literate society. That's what we're saying.
Now, we talk about being a literate society, Granny, and we talk about literacy. But what is literacy?
Good question. You know, in my days, we just focus on reading and writing. But you know, today, Miss Rhea, there are all kinds of literacy. Yes. Mm-hmm. You have media literacy, yes, like what you're involved in. Right. You have to be able to access and analyze information from the media. Then you have financial literacy. Yes. You have to know how to use your money now wisely. Yes. Then we have computer literacy. I must say, Granny is not very technological savory, you know, or savvy, I mean. And also you have something called civic literacy.
And what is that one?
Civic literacy, yes. It means, you know, you be able to be involved in society, make contributions, and make informed decisions. Be involved in the community. Yes. Different kinds of literacies.
Now, Granny, you listed a host of stuff. Now, when we talk literacy, and I very quickly here, in fact, we're going to get to some of the books on the table here. Is literacy really important for getting a job? There are adults who, with limited literacy skills, have successful businesses. So is it necessary for one to have a job?
I am so glad you raised that point. Very important. You know, Miss Rhea, people think that literacy is just to, as you say, get a work. You know?
Right.
Yes, I agree. There are many people who may have strong literacy skills and they have successful businesses. But Miss Rhea, literacy is more than that. Literacy is for life, brain health. Literacy can help to keep your brain active. Look at me. In my years, look how well my brain is working.
But how do you do it? What do you do?
I keep reading. I do crossword puzzles. I keep discussion. I look at the news. Yes. And just keep my mind alert and have rich discussions. That helps to keep my mind alert, you know. I can't afford to degenerate at this age.
No, you cannot. You still got a lot to offer.
Yes, and not crossing. Look, some other important reasons for literacy. More effective communication with others. You know, we live in a society where people have limited ways to express themselves and would fight and whatnot. But if you read a lot and you get ideas, you learn how to communicate effectively. You can also avoid social embarrassment, sometimes, and give you a sense of independence and empowerment when you can read on your own and don't have to depend on others. Read and write, yes.
Definitely. Now, Granny, you mentioned at the beginning of the interview that illiteracy is a global problem.
Yes, yes.
We know that it is an area of concern on our island, right here in Tobago. Our schools have a part to play. They have their part to play. However, what tips can you share with parents and other stakeholders who want to help improve children's literacy skills?
Oh, yes. First, I want to say this. Reading experience should be like eating chocolate. You like chocolate, Miss Rhea?
I do. I love it.
Right. So reading must be like eating chocolate and not like taking Buckley's, you see.
Ooh.
Yes, so that's one thing to know. It must make it pleasurable. And also, we as adults must be the change that we want to see.
Yes.
So if we want to see our children reading and writing, then we have to model it at home, Yes,
exactly.
yes, very important. So let me get to some tips, okay? All right. You need to select books that are within your child's reading ability or level. Now, Miss Rhea, let me explain this. We must not bury our heads in the sand. We have a literacy problem as you said, is global, which includes our country and island.
Yes.
Now, if your child is in standard 3, he or she may not be able to read standard 3 books, so you have to find a book that he will be able to read at his reading level. So you may have to get something that is at a lower level. You don't want to frustrate the child now.
Granny,
that's one thing.
You know something, and I like what it is you're saying here. Now, we're talking about reading at a particular level, allowing the child to read books at his or her level. I want to ask you a question here about the print. We have some books that the print is really tiny and some books where the print is really large. So how do we know what size print is better for what age child?
Well, good question again. Now, obviously, the bigger the print, the better. I've worked with students in secondary school, and when they see the fine print, they leave it alone. So you find books that are attractive looking. You want pictures if possible, because they're attracted to pictures. And the print must be large enough for them not to struggle to look at and to read. Right. Remember, some of our children have problems decoding or pronouncing words.
Yes.
So you don't want anything too fine to add more frustration. You understand?
Yes.
Yes.
Now, Granny, I just want to share with some of the books that you have here with some of our viewers.
Yes.
For example, this book, the print, and I'm sure, you can almost see the words from where I am.
Yes.
Okay, straight up here. That's right. So that's what Granny's talking about.
Yes.
6 runs. And Granny, I looked at the names, the titles of some of these books. It's not just about fiction.
That's right.
We have books on the lake. We have books about tornadoes and hurricanes and earthquakes. So these are real life things that happen in and around where we live.
Miss Rhea, this is very important. We must give them different types of books, not just stories. Because you see, these non-fiction books help to build their general knowledge, which is good also in learning. It gives them vocabulary as well too. And boys especially, Miss Rhea.
Yes.
Boys like non-fiction books about animals. So parents and others, you've got to be careful with book selection. Get what the child likes. If the child likes swimming, I had an experience. The mother couldn't get the child to read. I said, what does she like? She said swimming. I said, go and get books in the library on swimming. Do you know? When she came back, I said, Miss, she is reading a lot.
Wow.
She's reading a book on swimming. So everybody, parents, teachers, other community people, get books that interest the child. Then you get them engaged in reading. Yes. Remember, it's supposed to be like chocolate now.
Yes, and we love chocolate.
Yes. Oh, yes, me too, you know.
Granny, we're talking about books, yes, but there are also other ways and means of getting children to learn or to become more literate.
Well,
tell us about some of these, because I'm holding up a game here, and this is not a book.
That's right. Remember, literacy is not just books, any kind of reading material, even signs, environmental print as you go around. Expose your children, let them read the KFC signs, other notices. Remember, it's very important. So yes, books and games that help to reinforce learning and phonics and reading words. Yes, very important. But let me run through some more tips, yeah?
Yes.
Also, you need to read. Now remember, reading is guesswork because children have to, look at something and try to figure it out. Parents, those who working with children, you need to give them time to pronounce the word. Be patient. Long time by my auntie or my aunt. When I take it long to read, I get whoop in my head. Yes.
But not again. We don't do it like that.
Thank God that you change. Oh my gosh. Yes. Be patient with them. Read to your children daily and read with expression. For instance, if you say, little pig, let me come in. Nobody here, chin. You see, you have to change your voice and make it exciting too.
Yes.
Yes. And correct your child gently, right? And discuss the content of the reading material.
Yes.
And create opportunities for them to write. Remember, literacy is writing. So let them write a thank you note. Let them write, their grocery list. Let them write, find ways to write. Write journals at home. You go somewhere, you come home, and they write about their experiences. Yes.
Granny, I'll tell you a little secret. When my children were younger, and they were just starting out reading around age 3, 4, 5, I put up signs on almost everything at home. Wall, refrigerator, blackboard, window, curtain. I put up words all over the house. You would have sworn, Granny, that my house was a classroom.
Very good. Excellent. I hope your listeners and viewers take note of that. Very good.
Definitely.
Yes.
But Granny, let me ask you, what encouraging words do you have for adults who are struggling and want to improve their reading skills? Because we talked about children, but there are a lot of adults out there who are struggling to understand what the words mean.
Yes. Well, I want to commend those parents who want to improve and realize that they have a need. So I say kudos to you for recognizing your need. So, we have some institutions in our society and people they can go to for help. We have the Tobago Institute of Literacy. They can contact Miss Susan Sandiford, yes. And for others, maybe you have Alta. So go on their websites, and there are people in the community who will be willing to help. So let them ask questions because, Miss Rhea, they're very private,
Yes.
And they don't want the neighbor next door to know that I am 40-something years old and can't read. They will laugh at me. We need to be a more caring society, Miss Rhea.
Yes,
and
definitely.
help one another. So yes, get help. I know a young man who got help because he wanted to be able to read to his daughter. So there are different motivations to learn to read, Yes. Oh, and my motivation I saw was, remember the Bible says, blessed is he that reads, And when you read the promises about God and what he wants you to be, that also is a blessing. Yes.
It is. Now, Granny, we're wrapping up, but I know you're going to share those quotes that we've got right next to you there. Yes, right over there, Granny. Yes, I know you see it. But what can we do to celebrate International Literacy Day today?
Oh, well, if you're not a member of the library, join the library. Why not? You and your children, join the library. Buy a book maybe and donate to the class library. Our class libraries, Miss Rhea. We need to, have more books in the schools. That is what we need. So contribute books to your class library. Not just your child's own, but school in the area. And get involved. This afternoon when you're taking the children home, let them look at the print around them and read. Make them conscious of the print around them. Let them write something. Yes.
Definitely. That they can probably share at school or at church over the weekend.
Have readings in school. Somebody go to the school as a parent and read for the class. Yes, celebrate it.
All right. Well, thank you, Granny. Granny, can you just share very quickly with our viewers those prints or those quotes that you've got off to your right?
Miss Rhea, I forget my glasses. So you can read it for me, please.
No problem, Granny. Not a problem. I would have loaned you mine, but it's okay. A child who reads will be an adult who thinks.
Oh, yes. Remember, when we read, we learn to be critical thinkers.
Yes.
And so the child who reads and reads and reads, you get ideas, you get different perspectives on life, especially reading characters, you understand persons, and you understand personality. So when you get older, you can think critically and make informed decisions. Very important, yes.
That's right. And the last one is reading is to the mind what exercise is to the body.
Yes, you know how many of you young people like to go to the gym and look good? I'm sure you don't go to the gym once a week, well, once a month or whenever. You have to go to the gym often to exercise your body.
Yes.
It's the same thing with your mind. To exercise your mind, you have to read. Yes, read every day.
That's right. Like that guy who's coming up just after this, just after I get off, Marcus Daniel. He goes to the gym regularly. So I guess he exercises his body just like he exercises his mind by reading.
Good. That's what we're talking about, man. Yes.
Yes.
Our children must be like that too.
That's right.
Yes.
That's right. Well, Granny, I really want to thank you for being on the program with us this morning.
Pleasure.
Clearly, our viewers have enjoyed this. So we're hoping that we can have Granny back with us another time, not only once a year for International Literacy Day, but maybe a little bit more regularly, Granny, you think? You think you're able to get up this hour to be out? I'm not sure.
We talk about that.
Okay.
But it was a pleasure being here. And everybody, happy International Literacy Day.
Yes. Thank you so much. And this is Good News Granny who joined us here this morning for the program viewers. So we want to thank you. Remember, we're heading on over into sports. Marcus Daniel is coming up very soon. So Granny, you're going to take us out by simply saying, share the live, share the live, share the live.
Share the live, share the live, share the live.